Hello and happy Monday. So I hope all of you had a great weekend. Today I'm coming to you with another video showcasing something from my stamp stash that I am creating a holiday card with. So today I'm using the Ornate Style cling mounted set of 6 stamp sets, and when you first glance at this, you think, oh my gosh, how can you get a Christmas card out of this? Well, obviously the flowers are summer and spring, but I love this design element right here. I also like the corner. I opted not to use that this time, but I think it would work beautifully for a holiday card as well. But I really like this here, so I'm going to use that. And then when I opened the stamp case, I remembered that the die set that goes with this bundle is spectacular for holidays. Obviously, it's in the name, Ornate Bundle. So I love all of these little detailed ornamental dies. So I opted to use this one in this card, and then I do have another card I'm showing that we're going to use one of these again. So again, remember that even though the stamp set might be for a different occasion, the dies that bundle with these stamp sets can be used all year long for anything. So, all right, so let's put that aside. The first thing I'm going to start with here is my card base, and I have Bermuda Bay, which at first glance might not appear to be a holiday card, but a few years ago, Stampin' Up! Had some designer series paper that paired a lot of these colors together, and I was remembering that and thought, oh, I might just do that for this card. So I went ahead and put a little bit of Pear Pizzazz on there, and I've run that through one of the wrapped in holiday embossing folders. These come as a combo pack. I used one on another of these Monday posts, so you'll be looking for that. But today I'm going to use this one here that kind of gives a little mini basket weave, which I just love the texture, the look that you get with that. So I went ahead and just layered that over my piece of Bermuda Bay. Okay? Now, next I wanted to use that stamp. So I'm going to pull my Stamparatus in and teach you a little bit of a trick with it. I have a piece of Whisper white cardstock here. I'm going to go ahead and open the door here. Remember that it's nice to have a little stamp case underneath there so that the door stays nice and level to make your stamping a little easier. I'm going to place my Whisper white cardstock right along the lines here of my grid paper so that I know that it's straight, and then pull one of my magnets over here to hold it in place. Okay? I'm going to take my stamp next and place it up here towards the top of my cardstock. Bring the door back down to grab that stamp, and now it's ready to use. We're going to do a little embossing here, so I'm going to take my embossing buddy and really work some of that powder over it. And I'm going to take my Versamark ink pad to ink up my stamp, and go ahead and stamp. Now, one of the things that I really love about Stampin' Up! Stamparatus is the fact that you can do things perfectly aligned in a column or a row, okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take the stamp and ink it again. I'm going to pick this door straight up, come down one notch, and come over and be able to stamp that. And while the ink is clear, you can't see it at this very moment. As soon as I continue to work here, I'm going to do, I think, 3 of them, and then I am quickly going to get my embossing powder on that ink before it dries. I'm bringing that down a 3rd time, one notch, and coming over here to my paper, and go ahead and pick that up. Then I'm going to remove my magnet, bring my silver embossing powder in, and go ahead and sprinkle that down over the top of that. And now you can see how I was able to get 3 of those right in a perfect row, okay? So if I continued to work, I would actually do 5 of those. I could heat this up. I would bring this back in and turn it around, and then place my magnet over again. I could bring my door all the way back up here to the top, ink it up, and I could do 1, bring it back down 1 notch, and do a second one, and I would end up being lined up with 5 of those in a row, okay? And then after I heat it, I would end up with that. And I went ahead and I ran it through one of the embossing folders, dies from the Ornate Style bundle, okay? And this die actually just gives you kind of a nice little scalloped edge, but it also has these cute little dots. So I just thought that was a really nice way to use that stamp and also use that die, okay? So that's going to get placed on our card as kind of a background here. The next thing I want to show you is I took a piece of silver metallic cardstock and I cut it out with this die here, okay? And what I did was I just took scissors and I trimmed off the top and the bottom, and then I went ahead and I just cut that down the center, okay? These two pieces I'm not going to use in this card, but these two I am. So save these if you decide to do this project, because then you could always use those on another project along an edge or something. They're a nice little scalloped edge border. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some multi-purpose glue on my silver metallic strips here. And then go ahead and just center it and come right up to that edge. The other thing I like about putting these two dies together is they both have those small little border of holes so that you can line those up too, to know that you're right on. Isn't that pretty along that edge? And I'm going to go ahead and put some multi-purpose glue on my other piece here and do the same thing. And this time I'm also making sure that I'm pretty level across from my other silver piece. Remember, you have a little bit of time. Things don't stick that much with the multi-purpose glue, or that quickly, I guess I should say, and so you have a little time to shift and move that around as you need to, okay? So now this piece is done and ready to get attached to our card. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to throw a couple dimensionals on the back side of this to attach it. And because it is a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and just place one in the middle. There's some Christmas music playing in the background today. I'm trying to get in the Christmas mood. Making Christmas cards does that for sure. Go ahead and center that side to side and top to bottom there on that. Isn't that gorgeous? So now what else can I attach to this? I kept looking and looking, and I remembered that we still have these punches as current. These carried over from last year, but they are in the new holiday catalog, and I thought these would be beautiful to use on here. So I just took some Whisper White cardstock, went ahead and punched each one of them out. And then I took them and actually ran them through one of those wrapped for the holiday embossing folders. And since I'd already used this one in my background, I went ahead and I used this one for the ornaments. So I basically just popped my ornaments in the folder here, and it gave them a little bit of texture, which really adds a lot to that Whisper White cardstock, okay? The next thing I did was took a little piece of my scrap silver metallic paper, and I came in on my punches, and I just came in just far enough here that it would grab the top, okay? Just like that. And I did that for both ornaments. Same thing, bring that right in here so that you're snipping off just the very top of that ornament. That way you can attach and use those on your ornaments. Now these I have are already done. I went ahead and I accented them further with some more silver metallic strips here, and then I just stuck some little rhinestones across it. Now I could bring some color in this, but I kind of liked the idea of just having the two colors with all this silver and white. I thought this looked really sharp and pretty. Okay, so you can see how it just gave us a little bit of detail there, just adding those tops to those ornaments. Then I needed a greeting, and I did have to pull from a new set for a greeting. I don't have a lot of holiday sets that, you know, other than new ones. So I had to pull from our new Dove of Hope stamp set that has this beautiful Peace on Earth stamp. And just a little sneak peek of it, because I am going to use this in an upcoming Class to Go card kit. So if you like this Dove of Hope, you will definitely want to pick up that Class to Go. I love this set in that it's not just holiday. These make beautiful sympathy cards, thinking of you cards. So I also think breast cancer awareness with the dove. So I feel like this is a very versatile set beyond the holidays. Okay? But anyway, that was a little sneak peek for that. But I took the Piece of Earth sentiment from that set, and I white embossed it on a piece of black cardstock, and then I punched it out with a 2-inch circle punch. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and just attach it with some multi-purpose glue. And kind of over here to the right side a little bit. I want to leave some room over here for my ornaments. Making sure it's straight. I really struggled with what to put on top of this because I didn't want to cover up all this beautiful silver embossing accent stamp that I used. The next one I'm going to attach is this little bit smaller ornament, and that one I am going to just take multi-purpose glue as well. But I also want to kind of hold this one in place so that I know exactly where it's going to get placed. So right about there looks good. And I wanted to attach this one first because this one I want to put up on dimensionals and have it kind of be over the top there of both those other layers. So I had to attach that other little ornament first. There we go. Isn't that sweet? I just love that ornament punch. I'm glad they carried that over. So if you didn't happen to pick it up, I know a lot of you have it from last year. If you didn't happen to pick it up, it's still available. Now, I thought this just needed a little something more. It's got the bling, it's got all the shine here, but I grabbed this sheer ribbon. It's actually Pool Party, but it coordinates beautifully with Bermuda Bay. And I just took some little pieces and tied them into a little knot here. And I thought that these looked really cute just at the tops of these ornaments. Just to give it a little finished touch there, okay? I think sometimes these little additions add a lot to a card, okay? So here is my edition of a Christmas card made with the Ornate Style bundle. Again, remember, there are design element stamps in a lot of stamp sets you have, and most of them have beautiful dies that coordinate as well. So take advantage of that if you're scrambling for things to look for to make for Christmas cards this year. You have things in your stash that you can create some beautiful cards with. So I hope you appreciated the video today, and I look forward to coming to you again next Monday. Remember to share and comment and like this video so that you can be entered into my weekly drawings for a winner as a product, I guess, of Stampin' Up! Product. So thanks again and have a great day.